Welcome back, my dear students. This is chapter 3 in management. We will start in it just now. Right away, we'll start in it. And I will, in the start itself, I will just, I need to share the screen. I will share the screen. It's fine. Then we will go to chapter 3, where we want to work on today. Yes, where we want to work today. Here is St. Clair. Here is Management 105. This is chapter 3. And we will go on some aspects, some new aspects for us. Chapter 3 was talking about prompting employee health and safety. So it's concerning about the health and safety through organizational culture. So we will talk here about the culture, about the health and safety, the relationship between the culture and the health and safety. But culture in the start itself, it means the norms and the behavior and the traditions and the backgrounds, the all the behavioral and values and attitudes, even the expressions of a whole nation or a whole community that goes into the culture. So the culture means a group of things which we will make this society or those group of people are different than other groups. It's some aspect characteristics, you can say characteristics, and these characteristics, even religious goes inside it, the religions, all this goes inside the aspect of the culture. Let's see here. We will define what's the meaning of culture, but not every culture. So culture, like now, my background, I'm a Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, whatever. I have my values. These values, like for me, like this. I am individual or plural culture person. I am like long-term objective person or short-term objectives. I am that kind of person who prefer men than women, or men and women for me are equals. So all this we call Hofstede model of culture. And Hofstede model of culture, we apply it into the organization. So there is organizational culture, and it doesn't differ so much than the real culture of a group of people in a society. Explain the impact of organizational culture on employees, how this will affect the employees. Okay? Discuss the relationship between organizational culture and employee engagement. Engagement means how they are motivated into work. The word engagement means how they are motivated into work, how they are eager to do the work, how their morale are, how they love the work, how they do it with love. Describe the link between organizational culture and health and safety. This is the point, which is the title. This is the title of the class today, or the chapter. This is the title of it, the relationship between the health and organizational culture. That's fine. Okay. List the key components within occupational health and safety. Explain the various ways to protect employees. Describe the programs and services that prompt overall health employees. Let's go first for the organizational culture, and let's check out what do we mean by the organizational culture. Collective understanding of beliefs and values, like I told you before. Understanding of beliefs and values that guide how employees act and behave. Okay, we will go for this video, please, and just watch out what do we mean by culture. So after watching the video, it tell me the culture at workplace, how I will ask some questions about culture at workplace. Like, what do we mean by the culture? What are the variables of Canadians, the variables of Canadian culture at workplace do and do not? So what do you do and what you don't do in the workplace of Canadians? So you will answer those questions. I don't want you to write it down and send it to me. This is not assignment and not homework. This is exercises for you. For some questions, it might be repeated in one of your quizzes or in your final exam or in midterm exam. So it might come similar or come with just a little different than the way it is now in front of you here, please. So what I want you to do is that you practice with your hand, even my students of math, my students of management science, human resource management, these questions, unless I told you, please send it back to me as a template, as an assignment or as a quiz. Otherwise, you are not in need to send anything. So let's go to the video and see it. Okay. Let's go and watch this video. Usually this video is about 2-3 minutes, so it's not that long, so it will help you to gain the idea. Anyhow, let's see it. Okay. The do and do not in the Canadian culture at workplace. I just want you to do this, to read it, but I'm looking for the video. However, yes, this is a video, the Canadian workplace culture. Let us see it.
In Canada, what makes a difference is the communication skills, the ability to work in team, the ability to be proactive and take on some task and do it with minimum supervision. And those kind of skills are more important in Canada than technical skills.
It's a bit of a culture shock because you get to meet and work with other people in different cultures, and they have their own, we have our own differences. But at the end of everything, we have to make things work out for the best of the company.
I find out like here, like work is work, life is life. They like separate work and life. But China, there is like lots of relations between work, family, and your own life. And also, I found out here the safety is the most important thing.
In Canada, there is no one culture. There are a number of cultures here. When you are working in a workplace, you see a diverse group of people. So that was kind of a challenging.
Right now, it's hard in some cases and in some areas to adjust to the winter, to the pace of the country, to the regulations of the country. It takes a while to adjust and to get the knowledge and to adjust to those conditions.
I did have to adopt to the Canadian culture because I have to learn something new about it, like ATMs, like ice hockey, like football league, like baseball league. I didn't know about that, so I have to adopt to that culture and learn that language.
Here is more work related, just like a teamwork. They are relying on you, and you are the only last resource for them. I would say it's quite a bit differences in the work environment here in Canada as compared to Pakistan, and it's good here. I do accept that I really enjoy working here.
Okay, guys, this was the video which we were watching just now, and here we have two questions. What do we mean by culture, and what are the variables of Canadian culture at workplace? Do and do not. You will have it in the same article, so you don't need to go anywhere. You just open the article and open the video and just answer these questions for yourself and for the quizzes or the assignments, but not to send the answer for me by anyhow. Not a problem now. You just write it down here. in your notes. Okay. So the culture, impact of the culture on work environment and employees. Does it affect the culture, affect the employees while they are working? Does the culture affect employees and the employer as well when they are working? Yes or no? Of course, yes. It's affecting them. Provides the compass with what employees do and say. We just said now what to do and what not to do. This is what the core of the culture itself. What to do and what not to do. Several dimensions to culture. How managers do or do not involve employees in decision making. Like you see here, they involve them in decision making because I have to do this thing, but I have not to do this point. I have to do this point, but I have not to do this point. You ought to do this, you ought not to do that. So this will affect the decision making as well. That's right. Culture has profound impact on success of the organization. Yes. If we have a positive culture, then expect that you are in a very good organization and expect the success for this organization. But if you don't have a positive culture, then don't expect success, you expect failure in such a case. Employee engagement, amount of commitment and dedication of employees. The engagement means what? How far you love your work, how hard you're ready to do the work with love. Okay, so amount to commitment and dedication. I do my work. No one is forcing me to work with the loyalty. No one forced me to work with duality. It's inside me. It's a kind of a keen to do this work by this way. Has towards the job and the organization. That's fine. Figure 3.1 employees engagements. What makes employees engage? Why do they engage? They do the work? Why the employees do the work with love? Why? Why they don't just do it as they have supposed to do it and that's it? Positive work relationships with workers. Okay, if I am good with other employees, we are all like have a spirit. They call it spirit de corps in French, or we have a love spirit between us. We all work like one family. Then expect a success for the organization in this case. Good fit between skills. Okay, if the people all are having good skills, as example, we have all conceptual skills, a very high conceptual skills. All the people are in the same category, like all the people are in the same level, then in that case, they will be very quiet to understand and easily communicate with each other. And the organization culture. Regular feedback. Okay. If you guys, as example, now tell me, hey, Sam, you are good in teaching. Hey, Sam, you are bad in teaching. Then good why, bad why. Then from what I will get from you feedback, I will try to correct myself. If I have some mistakes, I will try to correct these mistakes back. Opportunities to learn the new skills. And there is, if we have opportunities to learn new skills, that's fine. Yes, when you give me a chance to know the new skills, when you encourage me to know it and you help me to give me these skills, then in this case, I will have more engagement. I will have more engagement in that work. That's fine. Okay. Still we are in the point of what makes employment engaged. What make the people engaged in work, love the way they're doing their work. Employees having control over their work. I'm controlling the work. I'm not dismissed in work. I'm not stressed. I feel very happy when I'm doing my work. That's all. Celebration of progress. When we do succeed in doing a point, when we have done profits or whatever, we celebrate this as a family inside the company. That's also will keep you always engaged at work. Means you love the work. You do the work with love. You do your job with love. Communication of the direction and strategy of the organization. The communication is transfer the information between two parties, the way the information is sent and received and totally understand this effect on the engagement. If someone told you a message or a text and you didn't understand a part of it, then you feel like conscious, like anxious. Something is wrong. You want to know what you are missing. But when the communication is 100% right, then in this case, you will know all the details of the work, and that consequently, you will be engaged in the work, like this word in highlighted, engaged in the work. Trust and mutual respect among employees. When people respect each other, then the love will be between them, then expect more engagement. This is the point. Also, what makes managers do to improve employees' engagement? Okay, now, can I improve can I improve the levels of engagement in any organization? Yes, I can. I can do that. Design jobs to include employees' skills and strengths. Okay, you are good in math. I think it's better for you to go to accounting department. You are good in literature. So business department is better for you. It's good for you. Listen to and incorporate employees' opinions. Look at this. I am a leader. I have to listen to what you are telling me. I should listen to what you say. Because when I listen, that means I'm fine. Okay? Give me a chance to listen and make it easy for me, as you are my boss, to listen to what you are saying. Okay. Communicate clear expectations. So don't leave something like unclear. No, everything must be clear. Everything, communication must be clear. You understand me the way I want you to understand me. You didn't understand what I want or receive the message in a different way than I want to tell you. The same way I want to tell you. You didn't receive it wrong. There is a good communication system inside the organization. This also will increase the engagement. Give recognitions and praise. Okay, people who do good work, you as employer, as a boss, and we said before, employer is the boss, employee is the worker. Okay, you as a boss, you have to praise me. When I do something right, you say, hey, Sam, you are a very good person. You did this the right way. In that case, expect from Sam or from me to have more engagements. Means do the work with more love. Engagement means do the work with love. In simply like this. What can manager do to improve employees' engagement? What they can do? Well, provide learning. Still, we are continuing about how the manager will increase the levels of engagement in his own employees. How he will increase this? Okay. Provide learning and career development opportunities. Provide learning and career development opportunities. Okay, that's what we said before. Yeah, give them the way to learn, let them develop themselves in their work skills. Provide resources and support. Okay, I will tell you, okay, how much this cost us to change this organization from this level into higher level in technology. It will cost us $40,000. Okay, here are the $40,000 I'm ready to pay. You guys can carry it on. You guys can carry the responsibility and do the work and improve with me the level of technology used in this company. Yes, we can. Then they will be more engaged. As long as you give them the decision, make it easier for them. You are funding them with what they need. Clarify rules and decision-making authorities. Yes. Provide flexible work schedules and work loads. So don't let me work more than my limits, because if I work more than my limits, I will not be engaged. It's true. here we have questions. Still, I'm saying, as long as I didn't ask you to send me these questions, you just have your own notebook, make a notebook, and write down the answers. It's for you. And I prefer not to take it copy and paste, because if you take it copy and paste, you didn't do anything. If you write it in handwritten, then this will be memorized and will be digged in your brain more than just taking copy and paste. The more you do effort to have the info, the harder the info will go out of your head. So yeah, so try to write with your handwritten, with your handwriting, like the answers. And I don't want it. Keep it for you. The only on the assignments is the one which I will tell you to send it, and it will be sent to you on a detached document. So don't worry about this. These variables affect employees' performance. What are the variables which affect the performance? We said before, we just said it just now, which the manager should take care of, the ones previously in the previous 2 pages. Search for the differences between communication and that of engagement. Do you think there is a relationship between? Yes, if there is a relationship between good communication and good engagement, do you think there is a good relationship between good communication and good engagement? Well, if there is a relationship, tell me yes. The answer, of course, is yes. High levels of good communications will lead to high levels of engagement in the work. Occupational health and safety. We have here, we are working all in organizations. Like as example, if I'm working in a place, behind me or in front of me, there is electric wires lost, things like cause injury or accidents. Those things, we call it health and safety, which before I start, I just want to say it's a matter or an issue of both the employer and the employee. It's shared responsibility between both of them. So it's not the employer responsibility alone, and it's not the employee responsibility alone. It's the responsibility of both of them together. Okay. Organization must create and reinforce a culture of health and safety. What do you mean by culture of health and safety? Taking the precautions for the people's health and their safety. I will say my people first. My people safety first. That's the meaning of culture, health, and safety. Legal framework. Definitions. Occupational injury. We'll talk about the occupational injury, occupational illness, industrial disease. We'll talk about these points. We will watch a video here. Then we will answer the questions about the occupational health and safety. Take notes and please let it be in handwriting. For yourself, don't send it to me. For yourself while you are working. Prepare to answer the following questions, because some of them you might get as a part of your quizzes, either in direct or direct way. So I just want you to keep it, write it down. What do you mean by occupational health and safety? We talked about just now. How does it affect workers at the workplace? Can you imagine yourself working in a place where the injuries are so much? How would you feel like? How would you feel like? Of course, when you work in a place, when you feel that you are safe on your health and safe on your body and you are not going to be injured or anything, then this will make you have a morale and high levels of productivity. But if you work in a place where you are exposed to severe injuries or minor injuries, and you might have any accident at any moment, then expect that you won't be engaged. You won't love the place you are working in, and you will look for another job. That's the point. Let us see the video first, then go back to the complete this subject. Yes, we have here like I think, okay. For the moment, let me say here the occupational health and safety, like you see here, uh, there are acts for it, like there are acts, hazard and control, work intervention, health and safety practices. So those are parts as example of what is taught in this curriculum, because it's a big curriculum in the occupational and healthy. And actually there was a video for that, but I don't know. It's okay. It's not a problem, not a big deal. However, it's okay. We'll look for another video and just watch it. That's fine. Responsibilities for workplace health and safety, employers, employee, managers, and joint health and safety commitments. Workers' compensations. Workers can receive benefits in the form of cash or wages, lost payments, if absent due to work-related injury. So if I get hurt from the work, I should be compensated. And for serious illness, because if I had a problem while I'm working, then I won't be able to work anymore. Then how I will earn my living? Then I have to be compensated. I have to be compensated. Pays for medical expenses as well, and vocational rehabilitation. Because if I, as example, if I had amputation, as example, of my hand is cut from a machine, then I lost my fingers. Then there is something called rehabilitation program for me, even from the psychology part, that I lost one of my organs. So even this company where the injury happened, they must compensate me. Protecting employees, safety programs, creating awareness, of course. Creating awareness is very important, because here you have to tell everything about the hazard of work, about any expectations of any work risk. You have to tell your employees. Monitoring and investigating, you are always watching your work conditions. Everything is safe. The power is okay. No dropped wires. Electric wires can make an electric shock to anyone. Everything is safe. No chemical stuff that people inhale while they are working. And ergonomic. Also, this is another point. Search the web. I want you to do this. Search the web for more ways regarding the following questions. How can we protect employees at work? Actually, this question, I want you to search the web, look for answers, and write down the answers here. How can we protect employees at work? At workplace, write in details using resources. I will check out now a video with you guys about the point which we are working in. The point which we were just looking for video in it. This one is fine. we can see this one. It's only 2 minutes, and I prefer always the videos which is very concluded. Occupational safety and health, like you see here. Please watch it with me. Look at the productivity level is going down. When there is a risk of at work, the productivity and the performance of the workers will go down, like you see here. See? See, safe and health working conditions increase the productivity. That's what we are talking about. So thank you guys for watching this video. We will complete this chapter. Okay, here we're standing. We said we are here. Search the web for more ways of reading it, for ways regarding the following question. How can we protect employees at work? Okay, at workplace, write in details using resources. Of course, you will talk about the work, the health and safety place. Then from there you can go to how to protect them. You can write about 1 page, 2 pages. It's not for me. Don't submit it. No submission. It's just for you, for the sake of you training to practice what is this in real life situations. You can compare between the work and safety places in India and Canada. You can just keep on writing around the subject, the issue, how to protect employees. Does it affect on the productivity or no? These points, please put it out. We'll complete chapter 3 in the next video. So chapter 3 will have 2 videos. This is the first one. Then we'll go to the second one till the end of this slides. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome back, my dear friend, my dear students. This is Osama Kashwa. And this is the video number 2 for chapter 3. So chapter 3 has 2 videos. I did video number 1 and I did video number 2, and you'll find them in the same order. Each video of them, you will find it in the same order. So on video number 2, we will handle the rest of the chapter, of the whole chapter. Okay, so let's start just now. To complete, I think we stopped on the slide number 19. So we will complete from where we started. We'll complete from where we ended. Okay, so this is our work. This is Management 105. This is chapter 3. And I will go directly to where we stopped on the video number 1 to complete here on video number 2. It's all we done. Yeah. So search the web for how to protect the employees at work. And this we had discussed in the video number 1. So now protecting employees continue. The WMS, what is the meaning of WMS? We call it here abbreviation like WMS. WMS is WHMIS, which is workplace, stand for workplace hazardous material information system. It includes, of course, the labels. Like you said, exactly like when you buy medicine, on this medicine, you will find the ingredients, you'll find the mix, the things, the components, you will find when to use it, when you find the precautions of using it. So you will find the chemical substances which goes inside this, which is involved or parts of this product. So all those parts, we call it labeling. Labeling means when you put your labels, you put on the covers everything. And we have also safety data sheets, the safety data sheets. And we have the training the people how to use these products or what they will work on when they are working, the tools which they would use in working, how they will use it in a safe way. Okay, how to avoid risk of injury, how to avoid risk of being like, as example, amputation, cutting finger or cutting your leg while you are working beside a machine, how you get safe of the electric wires, how you get safe of electric shock. All this comes by training. When I train you how to keep safe at work, and this is very important as well. Other safety considerations like workplace security is your computer, the work computer, your desktop at work. Is it safe? When you leave it when you finish work at the end of the day, work day time, and you go home, are you okay that no one comes and open it and just, is it okay, safe from hacking or whatever, no one hacks it? So this we call workplace security. Is the place well secured or no? Workplace violence, and we talked about the violence before, and I said back about the violence. The violence it takes a lot of figures and shapes. It's a lot of styles I have. It's like there is a violence, sexual violence, there is race violence, anything that is having aggressive behavior towards the other goes to the violence. Violence may be like start from even abusing with using bad words or harassment or whatever. This all considered. Bullying also, workplace bullying as example. The bullying like it's basically depends on the gender more, like men and women. So this is the meaning of the bullying. Like I'm trying always to see, let's say, words of harassment, someone or whatever. And bullying also includes a breaching of the norms of the culture and the workplace. Stress in workplace. So now we will move to stress in the workplace. Stress in the workplace. Of course, when there is stress in the workplace, this cause a lot of troubles. Like, and at the same time, there are reasons for the stress. The stress comes from a lot of things. Like, if I have over workload, we talked about this before. If I have problems of communicating with others, I don't understand what they want because they didn't give me enough information. Like things are not clear in front of you. Okay, and other things are the reasons for stress. If you are already stressed by your own home, you're coming from home very stressed, like you have a lot of things to pay, you have your pays, you have your bills, you have this and that, and you want to work hard and this and that, but at the same time, this causes you a little stress. Stress also maybe from the friends or the colleague, the co-workers. We call them the co-workers who are working with you. There might be a stress from them as well. Because they might give you their own part of their own work to do it. And this is always something is happening when they discover that someone is not working, is very eager to work and this and that. Some people feel lazy and try to give quota of their own jobs into him. And this is another point. So this is not acceptable. Those all are reasons for stress. Can lead to mental health issues. Of course, the stress is very bad because it's not only mental, the stress also causes physical problems like high blood pressure, like sometimes it leads to heart attacks, one of the reasons for the heart attacks and ischemia and whatever. Okay. Various ways to cope with the stress. There are a lot of ways that we cope with it. As example, I will have work breaks. As example, I won't work so much to the limit that I will stress myself so hard. Don't accept overload work, like more than the limits, more than your limits. You'll just accept what's in your work duties and in the job description and in the job analysis, your job duties. But if someone, like as example, one of your colleague or coworkers asked you to do this and do that in the same time while you are doing one work, then don't accept it as long as it is not in your job description or job duties. The other thing is reduce the missing of communication. I mean, the communication must be clear. When the communication is clear, that will lead to a less stress, a less stress. We'll watch this video about the stress, and we will ask, you don't need to send me these questions, please. Again, I'm always in every video, I'm saying the same thing. These are not need to be sent to me. Only thing you will do is just write it in your notes down. When you get a video, see a video and you have the curriculums here and you can search the web and make a mixture of them. So you can prepare yourself, you will be well prepared for, it might come like a part, direct or indirect, of assignment question, or it might be a part of the final exam, or it might be a part of the midterm questions. So in all the cases, you prepare yourself just for these questions, but don't send it to me. Whatever you will send to me, I will announce first. I will say, this I need by this day. The deadline is like that. So don't worry about this point. Assignments are shown up in the syllabus. So you have the syllabus, which is including the assignment dates and the exam dates and this and the blah, blah, blah. So this is when there will be assignments. And now it will be sent to you in a Word attachment. So it will be a separated document. When you open it, you will find assignment number 1, assignment number 2, assignment number 3, etc. Like this way. Okay, let's go to the video and see now. Then we'll prepare ourselves with paper and pen, take notes from the video, take notes from the PowerPoint, which is the slides, read the book, then we can put an answer for those 2 questions. What do we mean by stress? What are the variables that increase the stress levels? At work, of course, we're talking about the work. Okay, and if there is a problem, distinction, connection between workplace violence and stress levels, we also want to know if there is any of them. Let's go and check out these points and see how it works. Let's see now a video for this. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, we are good.
Top 5 triggers for stress in the workplace. While a small amount of stress can help to motivate us and keep us focused, too much is never a good thing and can lead to serious problems with anxiety and depression.
I'm starting to feel like I did the last time I got ill. If you want some help, you can always ask me. It's a bit sodding late now.
We've identified our top 5 triggers for stress in the workplace. 1. Not enough breaks. Working through lunch every day might impress the boss.
So not enough breaks is one of the main reasons for stress at work. This is not enough breaks. Look at this. Let's go.
When's the last time you saw me leave the office on time?
But sooner or later, it's going to take its toll.
I don't get a lunch break. I'm here late most days. I hardly get to see my own kids.
And it's not just holidays and lunch breaks that we're talking about either. Even short screen breaks are essential for recharging your batteries and giving you a much-needed chance to rest and recuperate. 2. Working when you're ill. Presenteeism is a huge problem in today's high-pressure working environment.
Menthol. Good for colds.
It's not just about people coming in sick and underperforming. Unwell employees tend to create more unwell employees as viruses and bacteria spread. And coming back to work before you're ready can delay the recuperation process too. 3. Difficult people.
I am not the problem, Grant.
All right.
Dealing with difficult colleagues and customers is a major cause of stress at work.
No! Don't you dare when we're working!
And one of the last unmeasured costs to organizations in terms of absence, poor performance, and high staff turnover.
It's broken. Can you read?
See this poor performance as well. It's one of the points as well. Yeah.
4. Lack of control.
It's the fact that no one's told me that bugs me. Like I don't have a say in it.
Not being able to determine our own workload. A lack of consultation.
Lack of control. When things are out of your hand, like when things are not under control, out of your hand.
And dealing with shifting demands and deadlines can leave us feeling powerless and undervalued, leading to high stress levels and anxiety.
You need to pull yourself together, mate. I'm being serious.
5. Poor environment. The actual place where we work is extremely important for our well-being. So if we're subjected to constant noise or movement of people around us, bad lighting, not enough space, or a poorly configured workstation, it's going to impact on our performance.
There's people coming and going all day, chatting and making tea. It's really stressful.
Being able to identify and eliminate triggers for stress is a key starting point for building a mentally healthy workplace where everyone can give their best. Find out what you can do to support your employees' well-being with mental health training from Skill Boosters.
Okay, guys. Let's go now to our video back. What do we mean by stress? What are the variables that increase the stress levels? We have 5 variables within this video, plus the variables which you have here. You can add them, make a mix of them or blend of them. Do you think there is a relationship between workplace violence and stress levels? I think there is a relationship between both of them. You just check for me how there is a relationship between workplace violence and stress levels. Of course, you will tell me that when the workplace violence increase, that will lead to more stress levels. How can we handle this issue as a human resource management? Okay, so now the problem is the workplace violence. So go back to the workplace violence, check out in the book, check out in the slides, and you can write a good answer depending this. The final conclusion is when I reduce the workplace violence, so I will reduce the levels of stress as well. This is what you will get at the end. How can stress in workplace affect employees' productivity? Of course, we said, when you are very stressed, your productivity, your ability to produce, okay, will go down as you are in stress. Your ability to produce will go down. Do you think there is a relationship between stress and organizational commitment? And this is also a point which I want you to know. Organizational commitment is let's say it's the organizational engagement. What is it? Doing your work with love. When you do your work with love, this is the organizational commitment. It's a part of organizational engagement. The same thing. But in the commitment, there are more loyalty between you and your organization. There is more loyalty between you and your organization. Supporting overall health of employees. Of course, as a human resource management, you are responsible about the health services. So in Canada, as example, if you are hired by employer and you are hired for a part-time or a full-time, you have to be medically insured I mean, a part you pay only a part of your medical expenses and whatever. If you will make a physiotherapy, if you will make have a chemotherapy, God save you, or whatever, this is covered 80% by your employer, 20% by you, and he deducts part of your pay for the insurance. He deducts a part of your pay for this insurance. Wellness program, this is also a responsibility of the human resource management. Disability management, by law, there must be people to be accepted and to be hired by law. It's like about 5% who are having any kind of disabilities. And it's not only in Canada, in all the laws, by law in all the worlds. These people, because they missed one of their organs or whatever, that means that they are not able to work. They have a power to work, they can do their work maybe better than people who are fully right. So for the disability management also, we find a rule for the human resource management. Employee assistance programs, usually there are programs to help the employee in training, the new employees to increase their skills, programs to improve them and upgrade their skills regularly on a regular basis. This all comes like it's all like assistance programs for them, and there are programs as well for helping them to keep themselves safe at work, and like we said before. Now, at the end of this lecture and at the end of listening to video 1 and video 2, chapter 3, I want you, without looking in pages, without looking in papers, without looking in videos, without, just close your book and try to remember what were the main points. If you forgot something, just open the notes back and write it down in your notes. I want you to have a notebook. These questions like this one, what are the main points that we discussed today? You can write it down in it. So you will be aware of something new. What you came to know today, what you didn't know before and you came recently to know. So this is for you. It's not to send it to me, but just to keep it in your own files. I'm not going to ask about it, but in the same time, that will help you to improve yourself. Without this, you won't be able to improve yourself. Usually when we are in classes, I let the students write this with their own hands. I stay for a little while and let the students write this with their own hands. And they look, you just try to remember from your, just to memorize and retrieve back. Then if you didn't remember, we all forget. Then go back to your notes and your book and your videos and your search and put from there what you missed. Thank you so much for watching video number 2 for chapter 3, and I will see you next week. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.